Popcorn the Traveling Dog Goes to Italy, Part 1 of 3 by Katrina. Popcorn rides a magical rainbow and travels to Italy. There he meets the friendly Tower of Pisa, the spirited water horse of the Trevi Fountain, and the singing gondola. Popcorn is not an ordinary dog. He is a magical Yorkshire. He could make his hair grow long if he wills it, but usually he keeps it short. He could also change his size in a blink of an eye, but usually he's in the size of a puppy, the normal size of a Yorkshire. However, in those few times he chooses to become very, very small, so small he could fit in a boy's hand, he would also choose to become very, very still, that the same little boy would think he's an action figure. That's Popcorn, and this book is one of his stories. One day, when Popcorn was very, very still on his master's study table, his eyes caught the magazine. It said, Italy. Italy, he whispered to himself. He leaned his head to the right to look at the picture on the magazine. It was a picture of a tower leaning. He found it so beautiful that he said, Arf, arf, I want to see it. He closed his eyes and began to think about that tower night and day, until his desires were heard and a chain of events began to happen. Popcorn was in the lawn playing with his master's children, Francis, Andre, and Anna, when he discovered how he could get to Italy. Francis, Anna asked, pointing at the walkway, what are those cracks on the concrete floor for? It was a very interesting question, even for Popcorn, that he thought, I want to know the answer too. Francis thought about it for a minute or so until an idea came to his mind. You see, he began, from those cracks on the concrete floor will shoot a rainbow eventually one day. And when that happens, you'd have to be ready to hold on to it and let you take to any place you'd want to go. After playing, Popcorn's 3 little masters went back home. But Popcorn decided to stay and look at the cracks on the pavement for a longer time. He thought, I wouldn't think a rainbow would come out from all these cracks. Maybe just from those special ones. And that does make sense, for surely only those special cracks which are ready will be able to catch a rainbow from below and shoot it up to let Popcorn travel to different places. That night, from the second floor window of his master's house, Popcorn looked outside and wondered about the cracks on the pavement floor. Then, to his surprise, he saw colors coming out of the floor. Could it be? Could I just have noticed it now that I know? Popcorn squinted several times, just so he could be sure that indeed there were colors coming out. When he was sure, he went downstairs and saw Andre. Master, Popcorn said excitedly in barks. Look at the colors coming out of the pavement floor. Of course, the little master didn't understand what Popcorn was saying, but he followed Popcorn to the second floor window. Look, barked Popcorn. Andre looked at the window. Popcorn was smiling ear to ear. Surely Andre could see what Popcorn sees. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3. Popcorn was counting in between heartbeats. Why wasn't his master as excited as he? From indifference, Andre's eyebrows began to wonder what it was Popcorn was trying to show. That was the time Popcorn realized that maybe his young master couldn't see the colors because they were too small. That night, Popcorn decided on something very important. He thought, alas, I have to go near those colors from the pavement and try to see if they could indeed bring me somewhere. Popcorn was so excited, he went out of the house and near where the colors came out. He was excited, yes, but at the same time afraid as he tried to touch the colors with his paw. When a color touches his paw, he felt his paw being lifted up so he would pull it back close to him. For a moment, Popcorn was stunned, But soon an idea came to him. He got a leaf from the side and placed the leaf over the shooting color, and the leaf flew up and up, flying happily as it changed its color. Oh, those colors can carry the leaf because the leaf is so small, thought Popcorn. I wonder. Popcorn, being a magical dog, made himself so small as the leaf he placed on the crack. Nervous, afraid, but very much excited, he ran towards the shooting lights of colors. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my! Popcorn was screaming in his head. It was such a wonderful surprise. Popcorn was lifted up to the sky, and surrounding him were colors of different kind. Where do you want to go? It was the whisper of the rainbow. Italy, Popcorn whispered back. To Italy we will go then, said the rainbow. So across continents the rainbow carried the smart dog. Soon they landed on that place Popcorn had imagined not long so ago, beside the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Arf, arf, arf! Popcorn began barking at the Tower of Pisa. Oh, tower, my friend, why do you lean so? Strange, strange indeed, because the towers don't speak, they don't feel, they don't see. But that night was different. Popcorn's bark was different, and everything was with magic. Oh, hi, little dog. It was a deep voice from the tower. What's your name? Hello, tower. I am Popcorn. You are so grand. It is a dream come true to see you. Popcorn said, Have you always leaned like that ever since you were born? The tower gave out a laugh. Oh no, the tower said. In 1173, they began construction on me, and through the years as they progressed to the second floor, my other side began to sink. Sink? But what? Why so? Popcorn asked, wondering. Unstable soil, Tower said. Have you ever experienced stepping on mud? When you step on mud with one of your feet, one side of you sinks. I'm a very heavy tower, Popcorn. The only reason they were able to build me was because they stopped building floors for around a century. Do you know how long a century is, Popcorn? Popcorn shook his head. He didn't know. 100 years, said the tower. Popcorn looked up at the tower with eyes wide open and ears pointing at different directions. 100 years? It's like having your foot stuck in mud for a long time. Yes, that is quite so. But on my part, being stuck for that long time made my foundation strong. And after some time, they were able to build the rest of my floors. But is it true that you have been leaning closer to the ground throughout the years? Popcorn asked because he had heard his master wondering about that. Oh, yep, that's true, said the tower. But the engineers have been much help in stabilizing my foundations. In fact, it would be more than a century before I begin to sink again. For a moment, Popcorn was sad, and the tower felt his sadness. You know, Popcorn, the tower continued. At first, I was sad because of what happened to me. But I discovered that a lot of good things happened because I started leaning. We have a lot of guests because they want to see a strong guy like me holding myself up. Popcorn looked intently and he began to understand. The tower was happy and handsome because he liked himself completely. To be continued.